Okay, so this guy says that the King James and NIV Bibles use linguistic manipulation, and we should instead read the Cepher. What's he talking about? Well, the Cepher Bible is a very controversial version of the Bible produced by a Dr. Stephen Pidgeon. Who's that? Well, he's a political scientist with degrees in philosophy, law, and piano. He has no training or expertise in formal biblical languages or textual criticism. He even misspells the name of his own book. The Hebrew word Cepher means book or document, and it's transliterated into English as S-E-F-E-R. And here's the thing. The Cepher is not a translation of the original Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek texts. No, it's a compiled and edited version of various English translations. Here's how their own website describes it. Most of our work was transliteration rather than translation. We relied on existing English translations which were in the public domain, Tyndale, King James Version, etc., as foundational texts. So Dr. Pidgeon took a bunch of English translations made by other professional translators and cut and pasted them into his own version of the Bible. And if you read his text, it almost seems like he took the King James translation and just did a find and replace on a bunch of words. Let's replace God with Elohiym, and let's replace law with Torah, and let's replace Jesus with Yahusha, which isn't even a real Hebrew name or word. On top of that, there are quite a few dubious passages in the Cepher that reflect Dr. Pidgeon's own theology rather than what the sacred texts actually say. Probably the most egregious example is the fact that he added an extra chapter to the book of Acts. He includes Acts 29, which isn't part of any ancient manuscript. It's a fraudulent text that was first published in the 19th century, which is why no other Bible contains that chapter. And the text is absurd. It has Paul preaching in Spain and then traveling to Britain where he preaches to the lost tribes of Israel and gives a kiss of peace to the druids. So be warned. The Cepher is an amateur, sloppy piece of literature and an extremely irresponsible and dangerous transliteration of God's holy word.